day number 6 of the gratitude challenge, and I'm very grateful for walking barefooted in the grass. I think it's a cool connection to Mother Earth. I think it's so fresh on my feet, and also it's like I'm really soft skin underneath my feet, so I have to walk so incredibly slow not to step on something and say oof. So I think it's a nice way of kind of like taking your thought energy and your observation and all of that kind of like into a very, 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 very low energy point. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for wind, because I really, really love that way the wind can touch your skin, and it's like it can give an outside feeling of yourself, because usually when you're feeling something, you're feeling it inside yourself and outside yourself also, but this kind of like where it's just gently touching you when the wind is coming, that's such a nice way of feeling yourself and feeling where you're from. This is the kind of like the boundaries of to where I am. And then I'm grateful for faith, because it's nice that people have faith in you. I like it when there's other people, I have faith in them. And also it's like, if you have a certain amount of faith, it's almost becomes knowing. And then that's when it's reached this higher level of faith, and that's where I really, really like it. So thanks for faith. And I'm grateful for have experienced to try to think with my heart. I actually didn't think it was possible for me to achieve that, and it's a brand new experience, and I'm very grateful for it, because it's like I've heard people talking about it, I've been reading about it also, and every time I read or heard it, I was just like, yeah. It's like, it sounds good, but I really had a hard time understanding it. I wouldn't rule it out and say, no, that's not true, because it can be true just because I'm not able to experience it. But it's like, until you have tried it, you cannot believe it all the way through. So grateful for that. And what to say? I'm grateful when I'm seeing connections. For example, when I was experiencing something 10 years ago, and then 10 years after this point, you're kind of like getting deeper into the realization of what was happening, and then you see how the things can be connected, despite of a long time happening between, because somehow it was like you needed some certain actions and some certain experiences for really seeing the connection. I'm grateful for when that's happening. And then I'm grateful for darkness. I think darkness is nice. I think it's very it's a nice way, for example, when you're laying at bed and it's all dark, and it's like you're really getting closer to yourself somehow, so it has this kind of intensity. And when you're outside walking and you don't have any street lights, and it's kind of like you have to go by intuition, by finding your way. Also for that, I think darkness is kind of cool. And I'm grateful for home, because it's really just such a basic need that it's like, you need a home, you need a place where you can close your door and kind of like have your own small castle or a cave or something like you can climb in and just shut the world out. Grateful for this. And I'm grateful for a picture I got for Christmas 12 years ago from my niece. And it's kind of like, it's this picture that contains me and my daughter and has the title of C&C. And I'm really grateful for that. And of course also I'm grateful for my knees, but I'm so happy for this picture. Thank you. And then I like, how to say, I like playing, well, I am grateful for playing, because I think playing, it can be board games, it can be card games, it can be all different kinds of games. I think it's such a cool way to be social, and I think it always brings joy to me. I don't do it very often, but I really appreciate it. And then the last thing on today's list is quotes. I'm very grateful for quotes because they give inspiration, they give something to think about. And quotes is like, in many ways, they are describing this kind of like invisible force you cannot see, but you can actually read the quotes between the lines and you can see where this is headed. And that leads back to the thoughts and the inspirations. And thank you. And I don't feel like talking actually that much today. So I think I will stop. Have a nice day.